Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be episode 31 of my gameplay series in No Man's Land, so if this is what you were looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, as mentioned, this is episode 31. So a couple of things to mention today. So first off, I do want to say that here we are harvesting potatoes. We're going around doing that still, so that's still happening. We still have the Primos over there, and we'll get to work with that in a second. But there's a couple things I want to note while we're sitting here working on potatoes. So first off, I do have the winners of the giveaway. I'm not going to announce those yet, but I will announce those before the end of this episode, so I do have those. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We got some good winners here. Another thing I want to note, and I know this may be kind of a touchy subject, and I hope you guys understand. Just let me say what I have to say about it real quick, and then we'll get on to farming. This isn't necessarily something that I don't want to ignore either. I think it's pretty important with everything that's going on right now. So as you all know, or if you're not, or if you're new to the channel, maybe you don't know this, but I'm a police officer in the United States. I work in in Washington State. But yeah, so I am a police officer. That's what I do full time. So the thing I kind of want to mention briefly is the riots that are happening with everything that happened with George Floyd, who passed away at the hands of law enforcement in Minneapolis. So first off, I did some research into it. I looked into it and I watched the video and everything like that. And I want to say that there's no way those officers were justified. No way. Not possible. No way you look at it. Not justified. It was excessive force. It was extremely unreasonable. So I as much as it is what it is. It's one of those things. It's like I do love other police officers and I want to support other police officers, but I can't support other police officers if they're doing things like that are unethical, that are wrong, both morally and legally wrong. So I just want to say that in case you're wondering, oh, what's Farmer Cop's opinion? Does he think it was right? Does he think it was wrong? That was wrong, guys. There's no way to look at it. There's no training that would say that's okay. There's no way to justify it. Those officers should not be police officers anymore, and they should be probably brought up on criminal charges, because if I found someone else had done that wasn't a police officer, I would be arresting them for a criminal charge as well. I'm not going to go into the speculation of, oh, should it be manslaughter? Oh, should it be murder? And that's not my job. I don't do that. I just, I'm not going to talk about that and get into the weeds too much. But I also want to say this, guys, that's not most police officers out there. Most of us, I mean, I looked at that video, my mouth was just open and I was shocked. Absolutely shocked. It shocked me. Like, I was like blown away. Like, I couldn't, I just, oh, my heart sank, and I just knew that what they had done was wrong, and it was, oh, it really did, it hurt to watch that, guys. It really did shock me. So I do want to say that my feelings and my heart goes out to the family of George Floyd and everyone who knew him and everyone who was friends with him. Gosh, I'm praying for those people. That is just such a terrible situation. But not all officers are bad, guys. There are bad officers out there, just like there's bad doctors or bad lawyers or anything else, any other field you go into. So I hope that this doesn't taint your view on law enforcement completely. I can't blame you if it does. I can't say one way or another, but when I go to work, I don't know if there was, I don't know the full story, right? So I don't want to comment too much on it, but all I'm going to say is that I mean, if you didn't watch my last Sandy Bay episode, I talked a little bit, before I'd even watched any of that had happened with George Floyd, I talked a little bit about like how I treat people with respect, everyone I deal with, everyone I treat the same. That's true. It doesn't matter who they are. I treat everyone the same that I encounter. I mean, they all get the same treatment. There's no special treatment. I just treat everyone like human beings, because everyone is a human being. I truly believe that. So if you didn't go watch my rant on that on Sandy Bay, go watch that. But I don't want this to be just such a solemn episode where we're talking about such a hard thing, but I did feel it was important to bring it up and to just say, yeah, our country is going to be hurting for a while because of it. And it affects good police officers trying to do their jobs because of what happened there, because a couple of officers ruined it for everyone else. It does affect it. And it's, oh gosh, such a sad thing to see. So, if you're in an area that's afflicted by everything going on, I'm praying for your area and the law enforcement in your area that they're able to deal with it and move past it. But yeah, guys, I mean, every day I go to work, I'm going there to do the right thing. I'm not going there to do anything like that. And, I don't know what those officers were even thinking. So I don't want to, and I don't want to judge them too hard because I don't know the whole situation, right? But at the same time, what they did was wrong. So that's what I have to say about that. I work with officers of different races, and I love all of them, honestly. One of my best friends at the police department, and one of the people I love working with the most, is another officer. I got hired around the same time as he did, and we're just really good friends. We're on the same shift now, so I love it. There's just some really good camaraderie between us. But man, people are people. No one's perfect, I will say that, and all people are created equal. I do believe that. I know that doesn't necessarily happen in the world, which is sad, but anyhow, I don't want to get too much into the weeds on it. But yeah, definitely cringeworthy. Definitely just shocked me. I mean, my chief even came out with a statement that said, "Wow, like I can't even believe that happened." Like, and again, he was also trying to say, "Hey, please keep being supportive of law enforcement." That's not how law enforcement are, how we should be. And yes, those officers need to be held accountable for that. And if that stuff does happen, officers do need to be held accountable for that. But anyhow, guys, sorry for such a solemn subject, but I think it's also important to bring up. So anyhow, back to farming. Okay, all happy from here on out. We're going to get back to farming. So that's just my 2 cents on that. All right. So we're going to keep working on potatoes here. I think we should be able to finish that root crop subscriber contract. And also too, if you've given me a subscriber contract and I haven't brought it up yet, it's not because I'm ignoring it. It's because I'm waiting for an opportune time. I may work it into my storyline or what have you. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the farm here. We're gonna actually go enter, where's he at? Right there. So I actually got a call from the manager when he found out I ordered an engine for this and put it in the bigger engine. He actually, and the check was probably in the mail if we go check for it here. He said it was supposed to be the one he was trying to give me as a trial officer. I talked to Kyle. Kyle contacted me, which Kyle, by the way, is a real person. He's the one that mods all this stuff. And he's the one that kind of came up with that idea and wrote that letter and everything like that. So if you remember, we went in here and we customized, we gave him the big engine. He said, well, yeah, we're supposed to give you the big engine to start with because, well, that was what we wanted to give you for the demo. So he sent us a check for the 50,000 that we put in it. So obviously I'm not trying to just give us free money and a big engine. This is a trial offer with this. We have it for 7 days and we can choose to buy it. If we do buy it, we do have to pay for that big engine. We get to pay for that. And he also wanted to offer me a 10% discount on all like the bulk supplies, which you might be like, okay, that's a little, that's ridiculous. If you look at it in the store here, the bulk supplies, a lot of them are more expensive than we're buying from other dealers. So he's given us just a little bit different setup on here. So these ones, if you look, buying bulk fertilizer and bulk lime and stuff, it's like, okay, we're actually ended up paying a little bit more going through him than we have been for other retailers, for other different mods and stuff. Like some of these options in here end up being cheaper and stuff like that, or other options we have already downloaded are a little bit cheaper. So he's trying to help us out and give us a deal on it, so we keep buying from him. So we're still might end up paying a little bit more for some of the stuff, which is fine. It's high quality stuff, and we've kind of got an agreement, and they're giving us a tractor. Let's be real, guys, they're taking care of us over at Farmer Crop Supply. So yep. So we have the tractor. Gosh, I do like the way that blue tractor looks, man. It is great. Okay. So who was it that commented? I can't remember. I think it was Martinell. I'm confident it was Martinell. Martinell said, "Hey, when you're doing the straw with the pellet or the pelletizer. Ooh, the demo tractor. We don't want to beat it up too much." He said we should just windrow the straw so there's only a few rows, and then we can go over them a couple times, and that's actually going to be extremely efficient, especially since, well, we have a windrower, so we might as well use it, So yes, we will go into that. And another thing I mentioned that's police related that I think I want to bring up on here as well, I mentioned on Sandy B19. If you remember the story I told about the officer who they had gotten in a high-speed chase, one of my sergeants, and then they got this guy and they got in a foot chase, and the suspect took out a gun, turned around, pointed at my sergeant, and fired it, or tried to fire it. He pulled the trigger, but the gun didn't go off, which was just, honestly, I'm very thankful for it, obviously. But it was just super lucky. The guy had forgot to chamber around the suspect, so he was actually intending to shoot my sergeant, or one of my sergeants that I work with. So very thankful that was unsuccessful. But because of that, he actually, the federal prosecution or the federal courts heard about that situation, and they've had other issues with this specific subject before. So they are going to bring him up on federal charges instead of local charges. So it's a much more serious offense and everything like that to be charged federally. So He's looking at time in a federal prison versus a state prison, which since he's done other violent things like this towards other people and other law enforcement, I think that that's a good thing that they're going to handle that the way that they are. So yeah, just some news on that front. Yeah, what do we got going on here? So we got the pelletizer over there. He's going to work on getting that, and we'll probably have to fix it up a bit, but this will be a little bit easier to work with, I think, just in general. So what else have we got going on? Okay, the pickup truck. So our fence over there with potatoes. They're harvesting potatoes there. If we take a look, I feel like it's been forever since I've been on here, though it hasn't really been that long. Ooh, nifty. So, oh, that's the potatoes. Never mind. That needs plowing. Right. Okay. So needs lime. We ordered more lime, so we have the lime. So once the potatoes are done, because I'm using the Fent because I mean this guy fills up super fast with potatoes. So once I'm done using the Fent for that, I'm gonna get the Fent to lime these 2 fields, and then we'll need to plow this one. Yeah, we have the Lizard 6M plow, I think, sitting over here, and then obviously I'm not gonna have to worry about weeds yet, but yeah, then we'll probably want to throw some fertilizer states down, and I think we have some digestate we should be able to use, which I don't know if it's going to show up in here. Well, I guess it does show up our total. I think most of that is at our home silo. I think most of it's at our home silo, not at the BGA. So yeah, there's that. Okay. I'm excited for the pellets we're going to get. Hopefully we can sell some of those today, maybe. I mean, prices are going to need to go up, but they will eventually. But okay, guys, so I'm going to work on probably getting some of this put away here in a bit too. And then we are going to want to do, I think we're going to do corn, just a big corn harvest for silage. I think we'll do this field and maybe this one here. This one's obviously our grass field. We do need to cut that, actually. We go over here. Yeah, we need to cut that. We had that little incident with the plow, is what it is, I suppose. So we'll deal with that as well today. But yeah, so we'll get that taken care of. I also ordered a silent, I mentioned this in Sandy 19, I ordered a silent keyboard, so hopefully my clicking isn't as annoying, because I was kind of annoyed by the clicking. And I was like, you know, I don't know why I couldn't think of a solution for it, probably because I just hadn't sat down and tried to think of one. But I think I found a silent keyboard that was like $30 on Amazon, so I went ahead and ordered that. It's just not too big of a deal, not too much. So yeah, pretty exciting. We're almost up to 600 subscribers as I'm recording this episode, so fantastic. Just the channel has grown far faster than I could have ever imagined. I figured at this point I'd be at 40 or 50 subscribers, like, if I'm being completely honest. I wasn't trying to get a YouTube channel like, oh, let me try to get one of these so I can do this as a living or make just a bunch of extra cash on the side. I'm honestly, you don't make a ton of money just doing ads and stuff on YouTube. You make a little bit, and I do want to obviously monetize the channel, because I want to do more giveaways and stuff, which, by the way, I am going to do another giveaway. They should come out with the new DLC or another DLC later on this year. No idea what that's going to entail, but when they do come out with that, I do want to do a giveaway for that as well, and I probably want to try to do more copies that time as well. I gotta drink water. I'm not drinking coffee right now, I'm drinking water. My house is boiling hot right now, I feel like. I mean, it's not actually boiling hot. Some of you, if I told you the temperature in my house, you'd be like, oh, you're just being a baby, which is really true. I mean, it's probably 75 in my house right now, which is, I don't have AC, so it's just too hot for me. It was 85 outside today, so it just got really warm in the house. And I mean, it was 82 degrees probably an hour or two ago, but it's just starting to cool off. And my office is always super warm because it has the PC in it, and yeah, it just always is warmer. But here we go. We don't have a full load of potatoes, but this isn't going to take a whole lot more. So I'll go ahead and just unload him. He's losing control. It's such a heavy load of potatoes in there. But if you remember from last episode, we added the a multi-fruit extension to our silo here, which did cost us a little bit, but I think it was worthwhile. Yeah, I think it was worthwhile. We do need to deliver. So how much potatoes is that going to put us at? It's auto-saving. That's fine. So we delivered 45,000 liters of the sugar beets, and we still have, where sugar beets at? We still have a ton in here, and we're already, so after these are in here, yeah, 80,000. We're easily going to get the extra 20,000 we need at least for that, so not a big deal. Yeah, I did add in, well, I think I mentioned that, the potato sorter and stuff. I think I mentioned most of that. Oh, the other mod I haven't looked at. Let's go into the store. Gosh, I'm really excited to look at it now. So I bought the Borgo DLC for my game, which I haven't. I don't know why I didn't buy it before. I usually buy just the DLCs as they come out, so I don't know why I didn't have that one. But I was like, oh, I don't know, I bought it. So Oh man, there's some expensive big equipment in here. Weeder. Oh, that's a huge weeder. Cultivator, 12-meter cultivator. Okay. What's that guy? That's a planter. That's a direct drill. 8-meter direct drill. That's expensive for an 8-meter direct drill. So I guess there's not too much crazy stuff in there, but I figured I might as well add it in since, why not, you know? I like to have all the options available. And I pre-ordered the Cavernalan and PyCon DLC for me. So I'm pretty excited about that. And by the way, if you enter the DLC, the way I selected was not like me just actually writing your names down, pulling them out of a hat. I entered all of your names into a computer system online that was going to randomly select a winner from that. So that was how I did it. And I will say this, here's some good news about that too. So as you know, Jason has been helping by share the channel videos and stuff like that. He's been doing like kind of a lot of work for me, just kind of on his own. Well, he's just been doing that just for the heck of it, just to help me out. And then Kyle obviously has been doing a ton of work in his free time, modding stuff for the channel. So I told both of those guys that the least I could do is give you guys, buy the DLC for you guys as well. I was going to do that in addition to the giveaway, and they both said, no, don't worry about me. You know what, I don't need that. I'm not doing it for any, they're not doing it for, they said they're not doing it for any money or anything like that or any other reason than they just want to see the channel grow. So super cool. Really a big thank you to Kyle and Jason. And because of that, I decided that since I'd kind of budgeted to buy 4 copies of the DLC for other people, 2 for the giveaway and 2 for Jason and Kyle, I decided that for this giveaway, we're going to give away all 4 copies. So instead of only having 2 winners today, we are going to have 4. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully that excites you guys. And there were 16 people that entered, so you had a 25% chance of winning. So I hope none of you are upset if you don't win. Hopefully that isn't the case. There's going to be plenty of giveaways in the future. I enjoy doing giveaways. It's just a lot of fun. I like giving back. If the channel's monetized, I want to try to give a lot of that money back to you guys, or at least some of it back to you guys. I mean, some of it I'm going to invest into equipment and stuff for making more videos and making videos easier to make and stuff like that. But I do like to do giveaways and stuff like that because like the channel wouldn't be here without you guys. Like I don't know if you realize like how much you guys mean to me and how much you guys are important. Like you really are. You are very, very important. The channel wouldn't be here without you. I'm like, even if I get to a point where the channel is huge someday, it's like still without every single subscriber on here, the channel's worthless. The channel is nothing. It's just me on here playing the game, which not that I wouldn't be doing that if I didn't have a YouTube channel, but yeah, so I do want to say a big appreciation to all of you guys who are subscribed to the channel. It helps out a ton. What's your issue? You're blocked by a building. I can't believe you can't figure that out. Oh man, well that's the workers, that's not the tractor. Okay, we'll get you back up here and hired. There, hopefully he's probably gonna pull in some of the straw from the pile, which I mean that wouldn't be the end of the world. We want to do some of that anyways. And how is let's go into the menu, let's go into the garage here. Go into the leased items. You already went over an hour, which I figured you would, so not a big deal there. 0.4 hours, we still got a lot of time on you. And then yeah, okay, yeah, not too bad. I think, what do we pay for the lease on that potato harvester? I'm actually curious now, because I want to calculate and see like how much it cost us, you know, just because that's just how I am. Details. Okay, so the initial was 8160, so I'm gonna write that down. And then for the additional hour, 3360. So I'll write that down as well. And then for the sugar beets, it cost us 8,640 total for all the leasing for that. So potatoes are a little bit more, but that's not a big deal. I think the sugar beet stuff costs less in general anyways. Yeah, it does. So yeah, and the only reason I want to figure that out is just kind of show the exact profit that we're making off of doing that contract. So, or at least pretty close, you know, which we're gonna get some good money off of that contract. I'm pretty excited about that. So we are gonna start probably a couple of new subscriber contracts today, maybe just 1 or 2. We still have one open. If I look here, let me open up look over at my screen here. Oh, maybe I lost my mouse. That happens to get multiple screens sometimes. Yes, so we do need to get more barley delivered to our farm workers over there. We're gonna need to grow some more barley, so we'll probably just do this field, the small one right over here. We'll probably do that one with barley. And then what else we got going on? We're working on the 100,000 liters of potatoes and sugar beets, and then we also need to get 25 premium logs. I mention that every time, but we do need to get those going. So I think we'll maybe start working on those today, getting those planted just so we can get them to start growing, because it'll take them a little bit. What else we got going on? Yep, that's what we have for now, and there's a couple others on here that I'm probably going to accept today as well. So this guy's finishing up. I can probably lower that down. Up. I'll do some finishing touches around here. Actually, it really doesn't need any finishing touches. It's pretty good to go. I mean, a little bit down here I'll fix up. These little pieces of straw are going to bother me. Okay. That's good enough. We'll take it. We will take it. So we'll take that. Okay. Oh, how are the pigs doing? You need to sell some pigs, and they need... Actually, they're clean. That's right. We cleaned them last episode. They're going to need some more straw soon, but otherwise they're going to need more food soon. We talked about the sugar beets, but yeah, we'll have to buy some more food for them, and then... You guys are doing fine. You just need to be cleaned up a little bit, which isn't a big deal, so... Alright, we'll go park this, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop in the pelletizer and get that field pelleted, and then I'll probably bring you guys back in a bit. Alright, so I went ahead and harvested this as well. The other field's done, and I got that field pelleted. So we got, I think, 6,300 liters of pellets off of just that little field, so that's pretty awesome. And then off of just this little stretch of potatoes, we got 2,408 liters, so it's pretty awesome. I still have a trailer out there that has some potatoes in it, and I'm sure we went over our mark and have some spare potatoes around. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull this guy right up to the silo. All right. Oop, there we go. Get this guy unloaded in there. Probably just fold him up. Folding him up. This guy folds, doesn't he? Maybe I have to do that first. Yep, there we go. Sweet. That is done. We'll park this guy over here by the entrance. Alright, let's go hop in the Fent. 15,000 liters in here. Ooh, maybe we didn't make it. Did we not make it? Oh my gosh, we didn't make it. Oh gosh. I thought there was 20,500 or 20,000. I thought there's, geez, I can't do math. I thought there's 25,400 liters in here. Oh, well, we'll be able to get it out of our greenhouse regardless. So, oh man, I'll be so upset if we can't finish that contract today. Oh man, that's crazy. That many potatoes and we still couldn't get it, huh? Let's go dump these in and see how far away we're at. I think we're gonna be like 3,000 away. So actually, we should have enough potatoes over with what we have over there. So, okay, unload those guys. Oh man, I can't believe that. 97,800, so we need 2,193. Yeah, let's actually try something real quick. I'm really curious if this is gonna work. If we just pick up a bag of potatoes, can we throw them into the silo? Very curious to see if this will work. So yeah, we got enough almost right here, right? 2,000. Yeah, we'll get enough soon enough. So let's just try this once before I haul a bunch of them over here. Then I'll grab the pickup truck and load a bunch up and bring them over here, but... Aha! It does work. 98,307, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, not too bad. We need us another 4 bags, so hop in the truck. I do really like how our farm is kind of starting to turn out, so I do like that about it. Slowly getting more and more modernized and whatnot. All right, so what do we need in the silo here? So, yeah, we need 4 more bags to be efficient. So, that guy, and actually we don't even need 4 bags. We just need 3 and a partial. Bags sit weird. There we go. I think this guy's got, how much in it? 260. That's probably enough. If not, no big deal. Oh geez, How did I get in here and the door close? I don't know. I must have closed it behind me somehow. So we'll throw that in there. Oop. Okay. So we'll throw these in and see if this gets us there. Crazy. This potato greenhouse has been a lifesaver for a few things. It's definitely saved us some money. It's definitely been, and it probably hasn't paid itself off yet, but it will for sure. We'll pay $25,000 for it. Hop just in here. Oh geez, it's not working out well for me. There we go. All right, try that. Oh yeah, 100,068. Perfect. Exactly. Okay. Sweet. So I'll probably start delivering that one as I go. So on my to-do list is sell pigs, clean the sheep, and deliver potatoes and sugar beets. Now, if you remember from last episode, we delivered 45,000 liters of sugar beets. Yeah, that was what it was. I think I have that written down on here, don't I? Yeah, it's on my notebook here. 45,000 liters of sugar beets. Okay. So pigs, sugar beets, and then I'm probably going to get... Well, I'm going to get the Fent working on prepping fields. The Fent's going to get working on that because... And I'll use the other Massey to do the deliveries, and then might find something else for the other Massey to do. But yeah, so I'll keep working. I'll bring you guys back in once something exciting happens or anything changes. All right, so I have the tractor here set up with the pallet lifter because we have another delivery coming. So I ordered us some liquid fertilizer and some herbicide, but the main thing I needed was a couple of pallets of saplings, which they actually said they had some extras they needed to get rid of, so they gave me a decent deal on them. They're normally $1,000 for 20 of them, or for a pallet, so they gave them to me for $700 a piece because they were trying to get rid of them. So I was like, okay, sweet. And then just because they're only going to deliver 2 things, I was like, okay, you know what, I'll buy some herbicide and fertilizer from them too. And they give us a discount on that. They give us 10% off on those. And I found out too, I spoke to Kyle. Kyle is the manager down there, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, I think, did I mention that already this episode? I don't know if I did or not, but yeah, so Kyle is the manager. So we're waiting on the truck here soon. I have, still haven't cleaned up all this junk yet, but from our last delivery, but I have this guy set up with the tree planter, the farmer crop tractor. So we'll just kind of hang out and, oh, looks like they're coming in. Still driving a little fast, but hey, that's a little bit slower. I did adjust the auto drive speed down, so hopefully he's going a little bit slower, but yep, they're still coming in a little hot, so maybe I'll adjust them down a little bit more, but adjusting them down to 35 is what I think I did. So anyhow, but yeah, here they are. They brought our saplings here, so they're going to use our tractor to unload everything here around the farm, and then yeah, we'll get to planting some trees here in a second. As far as what I did, I sold 10 pigs. Oh, and actually, you know what, we need to get our payment because I delivered all of our sugar beets. And all, is that the right number of zeros? 2, 3. Yeah, that's the right number. $100,000. Perfect. So yeah, I delivered all of our sugar beets and all of our potatoes. So if we look in the menu here, we have 0 potatoes left. So we had like 81 extras or 60 extras or something like that. So I just gave them the extras. And then we have 26. I gave them a little extra sugar beets too, just because I couldn't get exact. We had 26,000 liters of sugar beets left, which is awesome. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty solid. I haven't done any more pelleting yet. What I did was I got a lot of the fields prepped and good to go. This one's partway planted with corn. These 2 are planted with corn, so we're going to do all 3 of these silage. I think I'll plant soy in this one, and then we'll just do barley in this field here. And then trees, I think we're going to plant the trees, you know, probably just alongside over here since we've been mowing this occasionally, so I don't want to interrupt that. So we'll just plant them over here on the side. And I think we're just going to plant, what do we need? 25 premium trees. So I bought 2 pallets. We'll probably just plant 1 pallet of them for now. Yeah, probably just 1 pallet for now, and that'll be enough. Just 20 trees along here, just in a straight line or whatever. But yeah, this will be corn. The grass here is doing good. If we go into... Oh, also, yeah, I fixed this field so it's even now. That's why it's placed like that. That's grass there. But so I used the landscape tool to make that a nice even edge field. I know we're eventually going to extend this one, so I didn't do anything with that. But yeah, so everything's looking good. Anything else to note? Not really. Corn's growing here, corn's growing there. I was using the Fent to plant the corn, so once he's done unloading here with the Fent, I'll get going, and then we can probably grab one of those saplings or pallets of saplings off of the truck right now and load those up. Perfect. 20 tree saplings, so there'll be one less thing we got to worry about unloading. Just got to push it off onto here, so we'll get that planted. Animals are looking good. I haven't cleaned up the sheep pen yet, but pigs, yep. So we essentially have a deal with Farmer Crop Supply where we get 10% off everything, which even if we go into here, look at like the fertilizer, for example, or this stuff, it's like 10% off of that. We're still end up paying a little bit more for that than we would if we bought it from this source, which is fine. No big deal. This is kind of like that, like it's a super cheap grade, but Farmer Crop stuff is super nice. So we don't need any more than a 10% discount from them because we're getting really high quality products. So I'm very excited about that. We're probably gonna end up buying some pallets of pig food from them. It's a little bit more, but not by much, like slightly more than if we buy it how we've been buying it from pallets, which is this pig pallet here, this pig food pallet here, and that's with our 10% discount. And we're probably gonna wait to do that because they're gonna put in a bulk. I guess they're gonna put in a few bulk stations over at the store they're working on building and getting installed and getting bids out for contractors and whatnot for those, where you can just pull up and buy things in bulk. So that'll be nice. So you can buy a trailer full of pig feed and we're paying, you know, our discounted price. And the Primos got knocked to the side. I parked it there, but one of the tractors was working it knocked to the side. But anyhow, we got a lot of wool sitting here. We're gonna be selling wool here soon. Let me push these two guys out of the way. Perfect. Yeah, let's go plant some trees. Very excited about that. Very, very excited. This will probably be the thumbnail. Planting trees with the old Farmer Cop Massey Ferguson. I do like this tractor quite a bit. I mean, we already had one, but I don't know. I just like the blue on it and everything like that. So it's pretty sweet. I'm going to turn on the help menu though. Reason being, I want to see how to use this thing. Should be a, I have so many things up there. If I lower this down, what if I turn the map off? It doesn't have any other options. Thought there was a way to change the width, but maybe not, or how far apart the trees are. There probably is, but no big deal. We'll just turn on cruise control, and it looks like they're setting them pretty far apart, so gotta make sure we don't mow over them or something silly like that. So yeah, that's plenty far apart, so that'll be good. Get these trees planted. Should be enough room to do them one row all the way along here. Maybe not, but if not, we'll put a couple on the side. But no big deal. Here we are planting trees. Everything else is going well. I don't have anything else to note, really. I'm glad we got that contract done. So we'll just, I'm going to keep at it, and then I'll bring you guys back in a bit once we get going. And I think I heard there's a new building in town, so we'll probably check that out as well. So we will check that out. All right, folks, so we are going to wrap up this episode here in a second, or not in a second, but I mean at some point here. So corn is being planted still. Soy is going in here, then we'll get some barley in over there. So all that's going well. I got a call from one of my coworkers who said, hey, can you head into town? No emergency or anything, no call, but he said that there's a new place he wants me to meet me at to eat some food with him. He just gave me kind of the location, some directions, so I don't know where it's going to be, but I don't think there's really a speed limit on these country roads, just fast enough to be safe. But so we'll head into town and take a look at that, and then after we get some food from there, we'll go ahead and check out the other new. It's lagging a little bit. Oh man, I didn't like that. I'll drive from out of cab then. Weird, I've never had that issue before. Strange. Okay. Ooh. Really suck if we crash in a patrol car. Okay. I shouldn't go 60 in town. Maybe we lower our cruise control down to like a reasonable speed. Probably just the easiest way to go about it. 35 is pretty reasonable. Gets there fast. I do like the lights in this thing. Just great. Oh man. He said it's up the top of the hill behind Taco Bell, so we'll kind of head up here. I see something new up there. 7-Eleven? 7-Eleven? Oh my, with the Dunkin' Donuts in it? Oh my goodness. Well, that's where he's at. I guess we'll write it back in next to him. Ooh, not into him. Not sure how I got hired at this police department, but well, yeah, we're gonna grab some donuts and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, so met the chief, and that was who met me, by the way, the chief. There's not many other people that work for our department, so it's just the chief and me. Oh, nope, I don't want to take the chief's truck. Oh, chief's truck's rolling away. That'll teach him not to set the parking brake. Jeez. Okay, well, we'll head down this way. I'll just set cruise control here. So we're gonna go take a look at, oh, there we go. We're gonna go take a look at something new that's added to the industrial district. That's a long time coming. This has not been added in yet, but I think needed to be added in. This is Thani1's idea, so he probably watching, he probably already knows what it is, but that's okay. Terry's gas station. I do like that a lot. Look both ways. All right. Oof. All right, I suppose we can get to it this way. Yep, there it is over there on the left. So it is a meat factory. And I think you guys probably saw when I opened up my menu. There's some new things in here. I don't know what each of them is, but it kind of gives us another option to sell the pigs at, I believe. And then there's some production elements. I honestly don't know how to use it yet. I'm looking forward to it. It looks like you might have to add pallets in here. Maybe cows, I don't know, pallets, or maybe that's where the pallets come out. Okay, meat outputs, inputs, cows and pigs, and you get meat. Oh gosh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, well, I don't know how all the production's gonna work. Those look like, actually, no, that's probably the first one's probably the intake, and these are probably the outputs here. Oh man, how many pigs do we have? 83. Let's go pick up some pigs. We'll head back to the farm. I thought it was going to take longer, but well, I mean, we also have to give away the DLC, of course. So we'll do that as well. Let me just set cruise control. Oh, actually, no, I got my work computer up here. Looks like there's a call. Oh no, looks like someone's maybe having a heart attack or something. Well, we better go take a look at that real quick. We'll go ahead and flip around here. It's going to be out in the country. I haven't ever been there before, so we'll go take a look at that real quick. Or we sell some pigs. It's a little bit more important. Someone having a medical emergency. So, all right, I think it's out this. Oh boy! Well, we hit a tree on the way. Sorry, guys. That wasn't part of the plan. We crashed the patrol car into the tree. Oh man, I did ask Kyle to make this thing as fast as possible, and I'm not disappointed. This thing is legit. So. Oh man. According to my MDC, which is, by the way, that stands for mobile data center. It's just the computer in the car. I guess I probably should specify that so you guys aren't like, what the heck is an MDC? Looks like it's up here at this residence here, so we're pulling it now. All right, well, I'll go see what's going on. All right, well, bad news. I guess the fire department and the chief came out as well to back me pretty quick after, but I got here and the male was unconscious. He had tried calling 911 for help, and well, he unfortunately didn't make it. He seems like he almost drank himself to death. There's a lot of alcohol in the house, and sounds like there's some other issues, so it may not have been a heart attack, but I tried CPR for a bit, and the medic showed up to take over, but yeah, that's sad. We'll kind of see what happens. It looks like this is kind of just an old farm. I didn't even know this was out here, but yeah, we'll see what happens with all this stuff, but I got the okay to head out, so we'll go ahead and head back over to the farm while they're working on taking care of that business up there. So sad, happens sometimes though. At least he was an older man, but yeah, oh boy. And we're not gonna make it back to the farm alive if I keep driving like this. Anyhow, well, there's our first call. Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of the storyline there. And yes, that will come into play later. That's part of more of the storyline coming up. So, all right, we'll head back out to the farm. Yep, they'll wrap up that scene. The coroner will come pick him up, and then they'll see if they can contact a next of kin or a family member to see who the land belongs to and everything like that, and try to figure it out from there. But all right, let's go test out that meat factory. I'm very excited to see if it works. I mean, I'm sure, hopefully it does. And I did make a backup of the game before adding it in. Oops. Ooh boy. Before adding in, oh boy. Just ignore all my driving. It's fine. It's fine. I probably will replace the house at some point after I level out the land over here, just because there's, you know, some foundational issues. But I talked to the contractor. He said he'll come out and fix it. So let's go hop in. We'll take the nice Massey Ferguson. That's what I'll call it from now on. But we'll take it out. We'll take some pigs out there. I might just grab. Oh. Here we go. I think I left the charger engine on. I can't hear it. I have my volume turned down pretty low when I play, just so it doesn't have a lot of feedback into the mic, just so, you know, if you guys are hearing it recorded off of the PC versus it recorded off of my microphone. So, oh boy. Anyhow, let's take some pigs down. I am curious to see how it goes. Yeah, or how we have to move pallets around and stuff like that. So I'm just overall curious. I should have just kept the 10 pigs we had earlier, but we'll go ahead and we'll take just 4 to start. Yeah, that puts us at 80. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, we'll take these 4 down and see what happens. Looks like the field's planted. I'll get that one going. Actually, I might as well, while we're out here. Oh, right. Come on. Oh, geez. Why not? There we go. No idea what the issue was there. Barley. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, back up. Are you to put some barley in the ground here? Perfect. We will hop back in. There we go. And I guess I could have walked over. It wasn't really like it was that crazy far away. Let's take these down and take a look. Every time I load up the game again, I had to unload it to get the meat factory added in and back up the game. But every time I load out and come back in, oh, my auto drive may have not saved. I put a route to and from here. I don't think it's saved, but that's not a big deal. Not too big of a deal. So, yeah, we'll take this down and see if we can't. We got pigs in here, right? Yeah, okay. I'll see how this works. I'm curious to see how it works. I didn't do any reading or anything into it, and it's not something that's in the mod hub. It'll be linked. Hopefully, if I remember to link it, it'll be linked in my mod spreadsheet on Google Docs, which will be linked below in this video here. But yeah. I guess the Sandy Bay 19 spreadsheet was having some issues. Then someone on my Discord, I can't remember who they are. Gosh, I apologize. They deserve a shout out for what they did. But they took the time to be able to fix all the links for me. I was able to copy them and paste them back into the Google Drive document, and now it seems to be working. The No Man's Land one, for whatever reason, wasn't having the same issues, so I think that one's doing okay still. But if you guys are having any issues or anything with the spreadsheets or anything, just let me know. Comment down below, and I'll look into getting them fixed as soon as possible. But I know I haven't been the best about updating the spreadsheets. I'm trying to get them all in. Hopefully I'm not missing any mods that I have in the game, but yeah, I'm trying to do that. Also, if you reply to a comment that, like, if I reply to your comment and then you reply again and I don't respond, please don't be upset. I try to go back and look for them. YouTube doesn't notify me, and there's no way for me to like look up replies that I haven't responded to, just comments that I haven't responded to. So makes it a little bit more difficult, and I have to go scroll through them all. So, ooh, here we go. Oh man. 800 cow pigs. Obviously I know, but yeah. Oh man. Okay, we have to speed this up because we have to see how this is going to work out. Oh man. This is so freaking cool. You get a little bit of everything, I guess, no matter what you drop off, but that is awesome. Oh guys, this is so cool. This is where we're selling our pigs from now on. Oh my goodness, this is so freaking cool. Look how much it's barely used any of the... Oh my gosh. Well, we'll make it kind of a rule where they only take so many pigs a day. They took 4 today. We'll kind of decide whatever that is. Maybe they only take, you know, I don't know, maybe they only take 1 load, like 10 a day, just so it's not overpowered. But that's so cool. Oh my goodness, that is producing a lot of stuff. Okay, we can put that back down. Oh man, I feel like they should be refrigerated though, but whatever. I guess they know what they're doing, theoretically. But this is so cool. Fani1, thank you. Such a great idea. Very excited. Just another protection point, so we'll have to be able to pick those up and everything. And you know what? There should be like a fee to use the plant. Like maybe like they charge us. Yeah, we probably should have some sort of fee. So let's think. They barely used any of the first pig. They've already got that, and if we look at the prices are super good on those products. So we'll say we have to pay them $1,000 a pig and they process them. So let's go ahead and take out. We dropped off 4 pigs, so we'll take out. If you guys think it needs to be more, let me know. I'm happy with that. But yeah, just so we can use it, we're kind of paying them to process through and do it. So that's what they do. They're not buying the pigs from us. We're trying to do this work. Otherwise, if they bought the pigs from us, you know, they would take care of all this stuff back here. But yeah, so pretty cool. I do like this. So awesome. I think there's another factory too that Thonny was talking to me about, so we might add in that one as well. But this thing is so cool. I do like the production stuff you can add in, so hopefully this doesn't crash the game. If it does, no big deal. I got it backed up, so I'm not too worried about it. But oh man, awesome. All right, well, you know what? We're gonna drive back to the farm, and I want you guys to just be hanging on the edge of your toes waiting to hear back about the DLC. This is the piece of paper, you can hear it, that has all of the names on it, all 4 of them on it that are going to win this DLC. And just a note about the DLC, if you, let's say you're one of these 4 names and you're like, oh, I have it on PC, I already pre-ordered it because I didn't think I was going to win. No big deal. Let me know if you pre-ordered it. I will reimburse you for what you paid for it. If you're on console, let me know. I think since you have to buy it from, I believe, like either the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store, my goal would be to send you a gift card somehow to be able to activate on there and be able to purchase it when it comes out. And then if you're using it on PC, again, I can either buy it for you on Steam if you're using Steam and send it to you that way. No big deal. We just have to be friends on Steam. Or if that doesn't work, I mean, honestly, worst case scenario, I'll mail you cash for the DLC. Like, I'll get it to you. I want you to be able to have the DLC if you won. So we will make it happen. It's coming out June 16th, I believe. So we still have some time. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to make, oh, look at the corn's growing. Fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so just let me know. Comment down below if you're the winner. And yeah, just actually, you know what? Let's do this. If you are the winner, email me, farmercop911@gmail.com. It shows up if you, oh, not that. We don't want to do that. It shows up if you go to the About page in my YouTube page. Go there, look for farmercop911@gmail.com. Contact me that way, and either tell me what platform you are on. Tell me if you pre-ordered it or not. If you use Steam or not. Like, give me some of those basic details. And if not, then either give me, well, we'll figure that out. Just email me what you have information for it, and I will talk to you, and we'll work on a way to get it to you or get payment to you. So just let me know in email form, okay? And I want to cover tax too, so whatever it is plus tax, let me know. So again, okay, drum roll. Here are the 4 people right before we wrap up this episode that have won it. And again, this is just random. Hopefully none of you guys are upset about it. This is just, again, I just entered all the names into the computer system and it drew it. And we're going to have more drawings and more giveaways. So don't worry, this is definitely not the last one. But yeah, and again, if everyone complains and says, oh, I didn't win, then I'm probably not going to do another giveaway just because if I can't win at that point. But I don't think you guys are going to be like that at all. So the first winner is Andrew C. And I can't pronounce your last name, Cullinane. Cullinane. I think I have that written down right. And then the second one, our very own Terry C, that owns the Ma and Pa gas station store here. And that wasn't because he owned it. It's not like I'm trying to give him favoritism or anything. It just, I just entered them all in. And then Nick Orange, you are another winner. And lastly, Maycroft, you are the 4 winners. So Andrew C, Terry C, Nick Orange, and Maycroft, you are the 4 winners. Please email me at farmercop911@gmail.com. You have won the giveaway. All right, guys. Other than that, again, just email me if you won. Let me know how we can get that worked out. If I have 10 people email me, I'm going to be really suspicious, but obviously, but I don't think you guys are really like that. And again, if you haven't already, check me out. I keep forgetting to mention this too. Check me out on Facebook and check me out on Discord. You can join our Discord server. And by the way, Discord is an app you can have on your phone too if you don't have a PC. So it doesn't have to be something that's just for PC. It's for anyone who has a phone or a PC. You can do it on either or both or whatever you want to do. It's free to use. It's free to join. It's not going to cost you any money. So get on there and join the Farmer Cop Discord. There's a link to join that down below in the description. Also, join the Facebook page. Go like that. I post on there whenever I post new videos. At least for the most part, I've been pretty good about that. I don't think I've missed any, but well, occasionally, like for like map tours and stuff, a bunch come out. I'll post at the end of all of them coming out that says here's all the map tours that came out. But yeah, so if you don't like YouTube notifications or you're getting YouTube notifications for other YouTubers and my daily notifications are starting to annoy you, then just do it on Facebook or however you want. Or if you don't want notifications, turn them off. But yeah, guys, just those links are both below to my Facebook page and the Discord. And again, if you won the giveaway, first off, I also want to say thank you to everyone that's on the channel. The channel is almost to 600 as I'm finishing up recording this. So fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to see where this channel goes and what ends up coming of it next. So, and the Discord is really cool if you're on there. You get some kind of just some added benefits. It's a lot easier to talk to me and to message me. And I will probably, when I'm thinking about what series to do next or what to do next in a series or something like that, like where to go, like when either Sandy Bay wraps up or No Man's Land wraps up, I want to start another series. But I'm probably going to talk to the people in the Discord to ask them how they want or what series they maybe think. So this is kind of more informal, easier to talk to different people. So yeah, join that community. But for now, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. If you enjoyed this episode of No Man's Land, please drop a like down below. And if you have not already, please hit that subscribe button up on your screen to join the channel and turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos that I may post, or join Facebook, either way. And then in addition to that, please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the video or anything you want to see in future videos. But yeah, guys, this has been Farmer Cop. Thank you, and thank you very much for watching.